I've been happy, I've been sad, I've been excited, I've been disappointed. It's 8 a.m. Welcome to Shark Week, people. Don't mind me, I'm just going through a phase right now. We've all been there, right, ladies? Right? Anyway, today I am going over my project 10 uses. I love this project so much. This was created by Paula from A Beauty Guru Made Me Do It. I will link her down below for you. Today I am in love with my eyeshadow look. I combined these two palettes to make this look. Now from Juvia's Place Tri palette, I have used the 3 matte greens, crease, crease, outer corner, and then I also used from the Douce, whatever, this on my lid, topped off with this, and then also this one in my inner corner. It's a great look. I love it, and I feel like I sort of kind of match my shirt, but not really. It's okay. It's just not my day today, which is fine. I'm just rolling with it. Let's go ahead and get started with my progress that I have made this month. Now, I brought in 10 items this last month, and I am taking all 10 out and starting all over this month. It's kind of like I shot my stash, but it's not. It's glorious. All right, so for this month, I chose some cream products because we are in summer, and I don't know why, but summer just reminds me of, you know, you're already an oily hot mess, you might as well just embrace it kind of thing. I brought in this ColourPop Super Shock Cheek in the shade Ooh, She's Blushing. This was from Bretman Rock's collection, The Lit, and I hit pan. Woot woot! Yes, I did use it 10 times. It was amazing. I love using this on top and under foundation. It's glorious. Same thing with this. This is the Burt's Bees Physicians Formula Bronzer. Not the butter bronzer that comes in a tube, in a canister package. It comes in a package. I wish this smelled like it because I would love it even more, but no, it's not. I rate this like a 9 out of 10. Still love it. Again, if it had that smell, it'd be a 10 out of 10. Above foundation, below foundation, doesn't matter. I'm actually going to put this in my Partners in Cream project for at least a month. That should be fun. I asked you guys if I should declutter this one palette that I haven't used in like 6 months that it's been in the project, and I even lost it at a point of time and I didn't even miss it. And you guys said to declutter it, so that's what I'm doing. This is the Makeup Revolution, the Emily Edit the Wants palette. This is a collab, which I hate. I hate getting rid of collab products because, you know, it's something special, something someone worked on, and it's disappointing because if I worked on a collab, like, I would want somebody to use it and like get their use out of it rather than what I did. And I don't think I've used this palette at least 20 times. I just don't. And it makes me so sad because there's so many beautiful colors in here. And now I'm looking at it like, oh, I want to keep it, but I didn't use it for 6 months in the project, and I only had to use it 10 times, and I lost it, didn't even remember it, didn't even think about it. So I just got to be cutthroat in my decision and just out it goes. I have to make decisions. Okay, and this next item, I have 4 technical items that are in here that I used for this, which is 1, 2, 3, 4. I use these both separately and together. They both look phenomenal, and I did use these 2 highlights. This is more of a glowy bronzer for me, and this blush is more of a fall toned kind of thing. All these swatches here for you so you have a better understanding of what I'm talking about, but I love it. I love it. You know what? Even though these 2, neither of them work for me, if I mix the 2 together, they're perfect. So I don't really mind. Let's go with the next 3 items that kind of have to go together. They're all my Juvia's Place palettes that I have in here. I have 3 out of the 5 that I own in this project. I felt like 3 for a month that's generally 30 to 31 days. If I had 3 palettes, I had one to choose from every day, and I created all 30 looks. So I'm very excited. I'm gonna actually show you guys pictures of these. Later on this week, I'm going to be discussing and ranking my favorite palettes from Juvia's place. Let's just randomly pick out one. This is the Magic Mini. I'm gonna go ahead and start showing you guys pictures of these. Now, in my head, what I was trying to do was 4 looks with the colorful side, four looks with this colorful side, and then 2 of them with both of them together. So I basically had looks with all of it. I was trying to use it to its full potential. And yeah, I'm hopefully done showing you guys everything. I am happy that I got use out of this, because I feel like if I didn't bring it into this project, I wouldn't have. Same with the rest of them, actually. This is the Masquerade by Juvia's Place. Again, I will show you guys pictures. Again, just like the last palette, I did try to do 4 looks with these, 4 looks with these, and 2 of them together. Again, these palettes, they're just... I'm going to give you guys my ranking very, very, very soon. But, again, by the end of this month, you should be seeing the video if time allows. Hopefully. Alright. So, those 2 are down. And then the last and final one. Now, again, showing you guys pictures. This is what it looks like on the inside. I thought this palette was more for a Christmas time because of all the red, green, it's backwards for me, red, green, gold, but this palette it brings so much more to the table than that. I eventually figured out that this is more of a companion palette rather than a standalone, so I brought in other palettes via the Blushing Berries palettes from Dose of Colors, and then I also brought in this Morphe Copper palette. I'm sorry, it's called Copper Spice. It's the 25A. Let me see if I can get this on frame here. But for me, this had everything that this didn't have. So it had the darker mattes. It was very pretty. It had all these coppery tones. Like for this one, I really wanted deeper mattes, and it just didn't have it. All it had is this black. I was so upset to just be only using this palette, because I felt like I could only create a certain amount of looks in certain types of looks. Like they all basically look the same until I added in that palette, which is actually kind of ironic, because I wanted to not only declutter this palette after like the 4th look, but I also wanted to declutter that palette, but I brought the 2 together, and now I couldn't see the combo leaving me ever. So, I mean, maybe if you're thinking of decluttering a palette, maybe you could put it together with something and see if that's more your vibe. All of that I have used 10 times. This last month has been amazing, absolutely amazing, and I have loved every minute of it. I hope you guys liked my looks that you got to see. What did you guys think about my looks? I appreciate that I took pictures. I appreciate it of myself, of course, because I have something to look back on to show me, like, hey, there's more than one look or more than these looks you can do with this, and also to give me a little bit more variation for you guys to look back on. If you need any look or recommendation of any sort, please let me know, and I will be happy to show you. So, with all of that being said, let's go ahead and bring in the 10 new items. 10 new items. I'm so excited. I don't know what's wrong with me. I just keep singing all the time. I don't know what all the time. First and foremost, I am not bringing in 10 items. I will actually be bringing in 12, only because I want 10 items of actual makeup and then 2 eyeshadow palettes. I hope that's okay with you guys. It's just a lot of fun for me to play with palettes, and I've been having so much fun with that rather than pan that palette or pan those eyeshadows. Oops. Alright, let's go ahead and talk about the products I will be bringing in because I'm very excited, very excited. Okay, first and foremost, I am bringing in this ColourPop Super Shock Shadow in Wild Thoughts. I'm going to swatch it right here. It's just like this pinky purple gorgeousness. You guys will understand why later. It's okay. Again, I'm only using these products 10 times to be done with them in this project. Anyways, gotta wipe my finger off. Alright, this next item, again, another blush and highlighter palette, just like this one was. Just went out, just came in. This is the Glowing and Grease palette. Now, instead of only using 4 of the shades, I'm going to be using 5. I'm going to use all of them, but this one right here. Very excited. Again, I'm going to be showing you guys swatches. Actually, no, I'm just going to swatch it right here. Alright, and here are the swatches right here. This palette actually means the absolute world to me because I just bought this for my friend Haley, and it was like buy one get one 40% off or something like that, and I was like, well, if I need it, she needs it too, duh. And I just love this so much. So these top 3 are blushes and these bottom 2 are highlighters or highlights. Are they highlighters or highlights? They're highlights technically, but don't you call them highlighters too? Or am I thinking of the yellow highlighters? You know, the ones that you use for school. Whatever. But I will be using this as technically a blush rather than a highlight. So, there's those. I'm very excited to bring that in. I'm so excited. Next item. It's technically 3 items, okay? Bear with me. All 3 of them are Franken highlights. Now I figured I brought in all of those blushes, why not bring in all of these highlights? Now, you'll remember this packaging from BoxyCharm. We got this, and this was a color correcting palette. I'll leave a picture somewhere on the screen, but of what it was supposed to look like. But now, I scraped mine all out because it was dirty and nasty, and I made 3 highlighters. I'm so proud of my skills to Franken. I've just been loving to Franken. So I'm just swatching all of them out for you so you can see them. These are it right here at the bottom. They are perfect for my skin tone. So I'm very excited to be working with those. This middle one is a little too deep for me, but I feel like if I can mix it in with the other 2, it'll be perfect. So I'm very excited to be working on my new Franken highlights. I had a couple highlights that were way too dark for me, and I just wanted to experiment and make my own highlights that just looked epic on my skin tone. That was my goal. Oh, I'm just covered in swatches. Oh, I feel like a messy 5-year-old. Alright, my last makeup product before we get into eyeshadow palettes is my Makeup Revolution. This is the Mega Bronzer in 02 Warm. Here is what the inside looks like. It is a very warm tone, but I feel like it will go really well with the blushes that I have. So this is the bronzer, and this is all of that. Again, I do have a bronzer technically already in another project pan, but I want to use this 10 times to see if I like it, how it works for me. Like, is it too pigmented? Is it not too pigmented? Do I need to build it up? Do I not need to build it up? Is it patchy? Do I need to Franken it with something else? I just need to know for my experimentation what it's all about. I did mention that I got my friend Haley the blush palette. She also gave me this bronzer, so I would really like to know my thoughts about it before I delve on in there. So that is all of the makeup items. Let's go ahead and get into the eyeshadow palettes. First eyeshadow palette is an oldie but a goodie. This is the Morphe Jaclyn Hill palette. This is the OG. I actually maybe about a month or so ago, saw a Jen Love's review saying that they changed up the formula on everybody and not every palette is the same. And I had to look and see what my little code up here was, and I do have the original formula, not the one that they've changed it to, which is so unfortunate. I'm so sorry to all of you that bought the second wave of palettes that weren't her actual formula that we have, but I would like to use this 10 times. Reason being, I haven't used it really since I bought it, and I can't tell you how many times I've officially used it. And I think I've only ever used it on camera, which I'm going to put a number here on the screen of how many times I've actually used it on camera. I do remember once with Ashley from Little Miss Lipstick, but that's it. This next palette, the second one that I'm bringing in here, is the Dominique Cosmetics Berries and Cream palette right here. Now, I thought this palette would go really wonderful with this shade right here. Yes, that was my at least idea or plan. This is it for me. I hope you all have a wonderful, amazing, fantastic day. Subscribe down below if you'd like. I, again, do lots of project paintings, and it makes me just so excited just to see how many times I use it, what it looks like. You know, I'm just a lover. A lover of makeup. So, with all that being said, I hope to see you in my next video. Bye!